to Empower Your Thinking, the podcast that inspires and fuels your journey to unlocking your full potential. Join host C.T. Johnson on the voyage of self-discovery as he uncovers the keys to a more empowered and fulfilled life. Tune in and elevate your thinking today.
Hello, empowered thinker. Welcome to the Empower Your Thinking podcast with yours truly, C.T. Johnson. Thank you once again for joining me this week on the voyage of self-discovery as we uncover the keys to a more empowered and fulfilled life. I want to invite you to follow me via Instagram for your daily dose of empowerment at I Empower Lives. I'm having a blast there on Instagram, connecting with you, interacting with you, and sharing empowering moments to get your day started off in the right direction, encouraging you and admonishing you to go forward and to go forth in your assignment, in your task, in your duties, in your responsibilities for that day. And so if you need a boost of encouragement, if you need your daily dose, or if you need a daily dose of empowerment, then join me there on Instagram at I Empower Lives, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, I Empower Lives. Every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, I'm live streaming live via YouTube for Empowerment Monday. We have a powerful 1 hour time of teaching, going through the scriptures as it pertains to a specific topic where I'm bringing enlightenment and revelation and understanding. And we tackle on Empowerment Monday, we tackle an array of subjects and topics. So follow me on Instagram at I Empower Lives, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, I Empower Lives. Remember to click the bell so that you'll receive notification when I'm live and new content is uploaded. All right. Well, today's empowerment topic, the power of mental toughness. We're going to talk about developing mental muscle. Many people are in the gym 4 to 5 times a week, working on their physical appearance, ensuring that the body is operating at its optimum capacity. Many have changed their diets, their eating habits, they're eating cleaner, as it were. And all of that is right. All of that is, of course, beneficial, ensuring that you are doing your part and due diligence to ensure long life, working on your health and wellness. However, many, in focusing on their physical well-being, neglect their mental well-being. And so I want you to understand that your mental health affects every area and aspect of your life, even more so than your physical health. And the reality is mental health, or the lack thereof, will affect you physically. If you're mentally ill, mentally sick, then you will outwardly, physically manifest your mental disabilities. And I don't mean that. And when I say mental disabilities, I'm not speaking of one that is mentally challenged. I'm speaking about mental disability, meaning you don't have the mental capacity to endure the challenges and the struggles and the opposition of life. All right. And so I just want to clarify and give context to that term, mental illness. I'm not speaking from the clinical perspective. I'm speaking more to the inability to stand up under the pressure and the vicissitudes of life. And so the power of mental toughness, developing mental muscle, that's what we're going to talk about on today's episode of Empower Your Thinking. Mental toughness, what is it? Well, it can be defined as the ability to effectively cope with challenges, setbacks, and stressors. All right. However, here's the caveat. Dealing with challenges, setbacks, and stressors while maintaining, catch this, a positive and determined mindset. All of us at one point or another in facing challenges, in dealing with the stresses of life, we often transition our focus from the mission, the task, the set thing that should have priority. We shift our focus from that to the challenge, to the opposition, to the stress that is coming at us, that is, endeavoring to break us down. We have the tendency to focus on what's going wrong and focus on the negative. And in doing that, we lose our determination because we feel as though there's no need to go further. Things are falling apart. And where can you go from the bottom except further down? But we don't develop a positive perspective that if I'm already at the lowest of low, then the only other option for me is to go up, is to come up, is to rebound. So when we talk about mental toughness, again, it is the ability to effectively, there's an operative word, effectively cope with whatever it is that is opposing you, that is denying you, that is stressing you, that is aggravating you. Okay. And you cope with it by developing an optimistic perspective, seeing the glass half full versus half empty, and then becoming determined to persevere, becoming determined to change things for the better. I'm determined that I will not be beaten, that I will not be defeated, that I will not be subdued by whatever it is that you are facing. So also understand mental toughness, developing mental muscle. It involves resilience, perseverance, self-discipline, focus, and emotional control. And we will dig our heels further into those elements in just a few moments. But I want us to understand that when you develop, or persons, individuals that develop mental toughness, what it does, one of the benefits thereof is it keeps you motivated. Mental toughness. And I want you to understand, I'll be the first to admit that it's not an easy task developing, establishing, manifesting mental muscle, just like it's not easy when it comes to building your physical muscles. It takes time. All right. You have to be consistent. You have to be committed to your physical workout routine and or regimen. Well, it's the same principles when it comes to developing your mental muscle, developing the mental ability and mental capacity to not break down, even in the midst of circumstances and situations that would warrant a mental meltdown. But you learn how to, again, stay focused on, catch this, the solution. You stay focused on the answer, on what you need do and can do to bring about a resolve, versus focusing on what's not going right, focusing on what is falling apart, focusing on who is leaving. Instead of focusing on who's leaving and or who left, focus on who stayed and learn how to strengthen those things, those relationships that remained intact. All right. And so it's so significant. It's so pertinent for us to understand. It's more so pertinent than significant. It's pertinent for us to understand that mental toughness is a guard. It is a guard to your life. It is a guard to your well-being. It is a guard to your livelihood. It is a guard to your financial life, to your economics, to your economy, rather. It is a guard. And this is why so many are fought. All of us really are fought when it comes to our mental state. All right. Satan endeavors to disrupt our mental equilibrium. But if you, as many, when it comes to their physical well-being and health, if you become just as determined in your mental well-being and mental health to ensure that you remain strong in that regard as you are working so diligently in the physical, then you will not ever find yourself at a place or juncture where you are rendered helpless, where you are rendered defeated, because those who possess mental toughness and or mental muscle have the capacity to bounce back. Regardless of how bad it is, they know deep down within themselves, I'm not staying here. This circumstance, this situation, my current state is not permanent. It's temporary. I'm going to bounce back. I don't care if I filed bankruptcy. I'm coming back up. I don't care if I've gone through a divorce. I'm not going to die. My life is not going to die with the death of my marital relationship. The marriage died, but I am individually not dead. My life can go on. My life will go on. Those statements made by persons are inevitable, or rather, they are indicative of them being mentally tough. Okay. And so when you possess and develop mental muscle, mental toughness, you have the ability to bounce back from setbacks, and not just bounce back, not just get up, but you return stronger than you were when you went down. You return more tenacious than you were, more confident. You return bold. You return courageous. You return more robust than before. Okay. Now I want you to understand this. If you're taking notes, and this is noteworthy, especially this, mental toughness is just not about enduring difficulties. I want you to really get that, because we have relegated mental toughness solely to enduring, surviving the difficult circumstance, the difficult life experience. But no, mental toughness is not just about enduring difficulties. It also encompasses the capacity. Oh, I love this. I'm getting excited. Oh, calm down, Johnson. Mental toughness is also about developing the capacity, catch this, to thrive under the pressure, not just survive the pressure, but to thrive under the pressure, to consistently perform at one's best when you're experiencing the worst. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is good. Let me say that again. Let me rewind. That's my rewind sound. Let me rewind that for you. I want you to get this, family. I want you to get this. If you get this right here, you definitely will empower your thinking to change your life. Mental toughness is not just about enduring difficulty. It's not about surviving the difficulty. Mental toughness, it encompasses the capacity to thrive under the pressure, to thrive under the difficulty, or to thrive despite the difficulty, and to consistently perform at your best when experiencing the worst. Because see, mental toughness is about you pushing and going and moving and enduring and thriving and producing regardless of the circumstance. Regardless of the circumstance. As long as I'm not dead, as long as I'm not incapacitated, I may have lost everything tangible around me, everything of value that is tangible. But as long as I'm still in my right mind, as long as I still have the physical ability to move, to work, to engage, to interact, I can return, and not only return, but when I come back, I'm coming back better than I was when I went down. I'm coming back stronger than I was, because if there's one thing about adversity, if there's one thing about challenges and experiencing hell, is if you don't succumb to the vicissitudes of life, you will become stronger because of what it is you experienced and what it is you lived through. You will become stronger because life, the vicissitudes thereof, they have the unexplainable ability to build inner strength that you would never have developed if you didn't go through what you went through. It's nothing like problem, struggle, setback, difficulty, perplexity that exposes your inner strength. You will never know, hear me, you all, you will never know what you can take until you are threatened, until you are pushed to the edge, pushed over the edge, stretched to the limit. You'll never know. And that's why God allows trials, allows tribulation, allows problems, because problems, trials, and whatever other synonyms you want to use, they test what's in you as far as your resilience and or the lack thereof. They test your capacity to handle, to do, to move. Okay. And so we have to change our perspective when it comes to dealing with life and stop seeing your obstacles as immediate opportunities to fail or to be disappointed or experience disappointment, and change your perspective to the place where you see opposition as opportunity to grow. You see opposition as opportunity to evolve. You see opposition as opportunity to develop. You see opposition as opportunity to disclose and expose the next level of power, potency, creativity, ingenuity that lie dormant in many instances within you. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay. Now I want to give you 3 empowerment keys. You know, I'm never going to leave you here on Empower Your Thinking without empowerment keys, right? So I want to give you 3 empowerment keys as it pertains to what building, developing, establishing mental toughness and or mental muscle does. The first thing it does, empowerment key 1, the first thing that mental toughness, mental muscle does is it establishes within you resilience in adversity. Resilience in adversity. Mental toughness, mental muscle, it establishes the ability within to bounce back. That's what resilience is. To bounce back from adversity. Mental toughness, it equips you with resilience to, catch this, navigate life's challenges. Okay? It's inevitable. Life challenges, they are inevitable. Setbacks, obstacles, problems are inevitable. We all face them. We all have them. We all deal with them. But this is the first empowerment key benefit to building mental toughness, building mental muscle, resilience in adversity. Okay. So I want you to get that. Mental toughness enables you to not only bounce back from setback, but mental toughness, it enables you, catch this, to learn and to emerge. Mental toughness, as it pertains to resilience in adversity, it allows you to learn from what you have experienced, what you have gone through. And it also enables you to emerge stronger. Remember, we talked about how mental toughness is not limited to simply enduring difficulty, but building the capacity to thrive under the pressure and to perform at your best while experiencing your worst, regardless of what you're going through. And when you come back better. You come back in a better state. Okay. So whether you're facing failure, rejection, disappointment, it does not matter. Developing mental toughness, building mental muscle cerebrally, cerebral muscle. Okay. Cognitive muscle. Building mental toughness allows you to persevere and keep going forward. Those who are mentally tough, they don't fold under pressure. They don't buckle under pressure. They don't acquiesce to their opposition, to their enemy, not even the enemy within. Because many times we have to fight and wrestle with the enemy of our insecurities. Oh my God, I just said something right there. We have to wrestle. We have to fight with the enemy of insecurity, the enemy of self-sabotage, the enemy of self-doubt. Come on. Can we be honest right here today? All right. So now, empowerment key 2, enhanced performance. Developing mental toughness, mental muscle, it enhances your performance. It's not just about strategy. Mental toughness is not just about strategy. It's not about developing a plan solely, constructing the blueprint of success. No, mental toughness goes beyond mere strategy. Mental toughness is also about developing a pathway to unlock peak performance in various aspects of your life. Did you catch that? Mental toughness is about developing a pathway, a roadmap, as it were, that will unlock not just your ability to perform, but your ability to perform at optimum level, peak performance, whether that's in the area of academics, sports, career, personal goals. It doesn't matter. Mental toughness provides the mindset. Catch me. It provides the mindset, the mentality needed to push past comfort zones. Oh, this is good. To push past comfort zones. Many of you are limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself. You're limiting your life because you are afraid to go beyond, to go past your comfort zone. See, mental toughness gives you the courage, gives you the boldness to go past the limitations that you or others have set, and achieve your full potential, not partial. All right. Mental toughness, as it pertains to enhancing performance, it helps individuals stay focused and disciplined and motivated. You have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be motivated if you're going to build mental toughness and mental muscle. You can't be quick to throw in the towel. You can't wear your heart on your sleeve. You can't be easily intimidated. You can't be frail. All right. Are you all seeing the benefit of being mentally tough? And here's a misconception as it pertains to mental toughness. Many people equate it to being mean, rude, obnoxious, and stuck up. No. Mentally tough persons are, in many cases and instances, kind, they're empathetic, they are helpful because they know what it took for them to reach the place, the state, and or the juncture of life where they are successful. And so mentally tough people endeavor to assist others in developing mental muscle, in developing mental toughness. Are you following me? So again, the second empowering key or empowerment key as it pertains to the benefit of mental toughness is it enhances performance. Okay. And the third, well, before I give you the third, let's recap very briefly. So the first empowerment key to developing mental toughness, the benefit thereof is resilience in adversity. The second empowerment key, enhanced performance. And finally, the third, improved well-being. Developing mental muscle, it improves your well-being. Mental toughness is not only about enduring hardship, but it's also about maintaining a positive outlook and emotional health. Emotional health. Emotional health. Let me say that again. Emotional health. Many people, those who are emotionally unhealthy, these are persons that are generally mentally weak. But if you put in the work to become mentally tough, it will improve your emotional well-being because you will develop emotional intelligence. You will develop an understanding as it pertains to the importance of learning yourself emotionally, learning how you tick emotionally, learning how to control your emotions, learning how not to succumb to them or be dictated by them. See, again, persons who are emotionally ill and, or another word, those who are led or driven by their emotions and they are up today or up now, and in 2 minutes they have flipped and switched to a different emotional channel frequency, as it were. People who are emotionally unstable are persons who are generally mentally weak. But when you develop mental toughness and you learn how to channel and or control your emotions and you become emotionally healthy, you now give yourself, or you now have positioned yourself to be equipped with the tools necessary to manage stress, to foster a sense of optimism and self-belief, as well as to regulate your emotions versus your emotions regulate or control you. I want you to understand that cultivating mental toughness, hear me, can lead to greater overall happiness and satisfaction in life. Many people don't realize that. Let me say that again. Cultivating mental toughness. Again, mental toughness, the misconception is not about being tough in the literal sense. Developing mental toughness is about being mentally strong, where you don't break mentally up under the pressure of life, where you don't have a mental breakdown, where you don't move into having suicidal thoughts, where you don't move into depression. See, cultivating mental toughness, it leads to overall happiness and satisfaction in life. And you are better equipped to cope with challenges. You're equipped to embrace, catch this, growth opportunities. And that's what mentally strong people understand when it comes to their problems, their challenges. They see their problems, they see their challenges as an opportunity to embrace growth. They see it as growth opportunities. Okay. And now they have a sense of hope and they're optimistic about the results because they know that if I don't give in to the negative occurrences, experiences, and understand that as long as I'm alive, whether I lost house, cars, money, friends, as long as I am alive and God gives me strength and God continues to provide the ingenuity, the creativity, grace, and favor, I can bounce back from this. And I'm coming back, not as I was, but I'm coming back stronger. Isn't that not good? All right. Understand, by prioritizing the development of mental toughness. And I'm bringing this to a close now, but I want to leave you with this. Again, by prioritizing the development of mental toughness, you can build the resilience, the performance, and the well-being needed to thrive, catch this, in an ever-changing world without it changing you for the worse. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you went through. I don't care what you will go through. Developing mental toughness, mental muscle, it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that building mental muscle, becoming cerebrally strong and determined and robust is light work. It's not light work. It is heavy work. But if you are willing to put in the work, you will benefit. And I want to encourage you that I don't care who's lied to you. I don't care who has abandoned you, who has deserted you. Listen, don't desert yourself. Don't abandon yourself. Many people, they break down, they discombobulate, they self-destruct because they abandon themselves because of who abandoned them. I don't care who leaves me. I'm not leaving Johnson. I don't care who turns on me. I'm not turning on myself. I don't care who betrays me. I'm not going to betray myself. I don't care who lets me down, who disappoints me. I'm not going to let myself down. I'm not going to disappoint myself, because as long as I have God in me, I can come back. I can bounce back. So developing mental toughness, mental muscle, the 3 empowerment keys, the benefits of mental development, mental muscle, mental toughness, resilience in adversity, enhanced performance, and improved well-being. All right. I've had a wonderful time as always, and I thank you, my empowerment family, my empowered thinkers, for joining me on today's episode of Empower Your Thinking. I want you to share the podcast. If the podcast is blessing you, if this episode blessed you, I want you to share it with all that you know. And then I need y'all to do me a favor. I look at the analytics every week, and our numbers are going up. Our downloads are going up, and I'm grateful for your support, but I need you all to rate the podcast. Would y'all do that for me? Come on, y'all. Rate the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast, wherever you listen to Empower Your Thinking, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Google, it doesn't matter. Wherever you listen, I need for you all to go out there and rate the podcast. Give me 5 stars, and then let me know, put a line, write a comment, write a review. Let me know how the podcast is blessing you, how it's encouraging you, how it's empowering you. So would you do that for me? Go to wherever you listen to the podcast and rate it. I need you to rate it. Rate it 5 stars. Would you do that favor? And I need you to give a review, because doing that, it helps build our algorithm, and it helps to push the podcast out further on the podcast platforms. Okay. There's great things that I have planned and in store for the podcast, and I need your help to get it done. So I want you to do that for me. Rate the podcast and subscribe to it first and foremost, and then rate it. And then I need you to write a review. I look forward to reading it, and I'm going to give shout outs in future episodes. I'm going to give shout outs to, various states and various countries. We're listened to in 40 countries, all over the nation, all over the globe. So I'm going to give some shout outs to you, for supporting yours truly, Prophet Johnson, and supporting CT Johnson Ministries and supporting the podcast. So rate the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, and write a review. And also follow me on Instagram at I Empower Lives and subscribe to the YouTube channel, I Empower Lives. And until next time, this is CT Johnson. I want you to know sincerely that I love you and I want you to be empowered.
Thank you for tuning in to another empowering episode of Empower Your Thinking. Remember, a changed life is the consequence of an empowered mind. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more inspiring content that fuels your journey to unlock your full potential. And for daily empowerment, follow host CT Johnson on Instagram at IEmpowerLives. Join us next week as we continue this voyage of self-discovery, uncovering the keys to a more empowered and fulfilled life.